Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. Welcome to my favorite time of the year. Right before Thanksgiving, right to New Year's. It's an amazing time of the year, and some of you will catch yourself saying, wow, Thanksgiving already? Christmas? I can't believe this year's just gone woof. Some of you will be saying, oh, thank goodness this year is over. But imagine instead saying to yourself, can you believe everything that we've accomplished in just 1 year? In spite of everything? Can you believe everything that we've learned in 1 year? Our learning's been accelerated. Can you believe the innovations that have occurred? If we can capture all this learning, can you imagine how much better, even better, we're going to be going into 2021? You know, capturing is such a powerful thing. And it happens best through what I call traditions and rituals. If you can develop those traditions that work for you. Can I share a tradition? I've shared it with you before, but I'm going to show it to you today. A tradition that we've had for about 15 years, and we call it Hands on the Tablecloth. Once a year, we take out the tablecloth from about Thanksgiving to the end of the year, and as we gather as a family, everybody puts their hand on that tablecloth. They trace it on the tablecloth and write down an experience that they're grateful for that happened during the previous year. And this means everybody, from little tiny babies, we put their hands down and trace them, to grandma and grandpa who are much older, we put their hands down and trace them on there as well. But 15 years of this is what it looks like. So I just grabbed one of our tablecloths like this, and it's probably got about 3 or 4 years on here, because this is a big one, and it's got a lot of hands on here. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see all that, but they're all hands on here. Let's see what year this is from. Okay. This is why it's meaningful. So here, putting my hand on the hand that Nick, our son that passed away in 2011, so this was 2009, and he talks about what he's grateful for that happened in 2009. And how special is that? And on my wall, I've taken pictures of my parents' hands the year before they passed. There's my father with his hand. There's my mother with her hand. And imagine, as time goes by, my grandkids walking up and putting their hands on their great-grandmother's hand and say, tell me about her, Papa. Or they're putting their hand on their grandfather, or maybe in some cases it is even a brother or a sister or somebody close to them. It's another way of making that connection. You see, we operate in this world where families are being attacked. And the ideal family is those, the stronger they can interdigitize, the stronger they become. And as they interdigitize, they hold together. And one of the things that holds the glue to families is traditions. Traditions and rituals. When the world is trying to tear families apart, this gives us a way to bring families together. And the more families that we can bring together, the stronger collectively we'll be in society. Now, you're only one person, but you are one person. And don't get overwhelmed because you say you don't have any control over anything. You are one person. So focus on those things that you do have control over. Those areas where you can make a difference, and don't let those things that you can't control get in the way of those. So traditions like this are very powerful. And it starts from you in the middle. Dr. Bill Seidman, a good friend, he's PhD from Stanford. He's one of the leading authorities in the world on neuroscience and leadership performance. Talks about a concept he calls inner circle extensions to the path of mastery. It means it starts with you. It starts right here. And so if I look at my inner circle as myself and my wife, and we become one, as we move out, extend the circle out into our family, from our family into our friends and colleagues and the communities that we serve. And so imagine a network that thinks like this, of like-minded thinkers that can work together to interdigitize, to provide the strength that we need to have in the world today. So my challenge to you is, you are already doing rituals, you're doing traditions, name them, put a handle on them. Right now, sit down with your significant other and identify those traditions that you have. If you haven't named them, name them. and put a handle on them and talk about them and talk about the principles and the things that are valuable there. I promise you, if you'll do that, it will be there to strengthen your family even in the toughest of times. And families are the glue that holds civilizations together. If we neglect that, then we're going to watch this as it comes apart, so will civilization. So my challenge to you, find those traditions and rituals. If you don't have some, build some. Constantly look for ways to strengthen the family, strengthen yourself as you move forward. Have a meaningful week. I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye-bye.